Hi, let us have a discussion on the poem Animals. Animals is the poem written by Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman is a major figure in the early American poetry. He broke the traditional way of writing of poetry, traditional way of rhymed and metrical poetries, and he tried a revolutionary kind of poetry, that is free verse in American literature. The poem Animals is from his work The Song of Myself in Leaves of Grass. So this poem is written in free verse without any rhyme scheme or meter. Okay. In this poem, Walt Whitman has shown the comparison between man and animal. He has pointed out that man has lost all the goodness in his mind, and every evil is present in human brain that is not that we cannot see in animals. So that is why he thinks that animals are better than human beings, and he wants to be an animal or wants to be with animal than with human beings. In this poem, the poet has described he will become an animal than he liked to be a human being. Let us go through the poem. Let us start the poem. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. So I think I turn and live with animals. I think I can be changed to I can be transformed to an animal and to live with animals because they are so placid and self-contained. So placid. Placid means calm and steady. They are very calm in their mind and they are self-contained. Self-contained means self-controlled. They are self-controlled and calm and steady, whereas man is not at all self-controlled. Man bursts out into feelings and emotions whenever an adverse situation comes. But animals are always in calm and steady mood. So he likes to be an animal. I think I could turn and live with animals. So I stand and look at them long and long. So for being this reason, I stand and look, observe animals for long and long time. Then the next lines, they do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. And about animals, they do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not sweat and they are not compelled to sweat or embarrassed and to cry on their condition. They do not keep awake during the nights without sleep and weep about their sins. Weep for their sins. Sins here means their wrongdoings. Human beings always do wrong and they always think about the wrongdoings they have done and they weep about the wrongdoings and again they will repeat the same thing. As far as this animals, they do not weep for their wrongdoings because they do not do any wrongdoings. They are always calm and steady. They are not doing any sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. So the poet is fed up with the people who are always advising him or motivating him, saying about the teachings of religious books, saying about the teachings of God. These are the teachings of God, or so you have to obey. So you have to you have the duty to obey the God, and for them they are not obeying at all. They are not doing the things they are advising. So for the poet, action is more important than words. He is saying people are advising, people are ready to give speeches on how to behave properly, on how to live properly, on how to be, but they are not showing such a life in their real life. So he is fed up with that situation, and he is telling animals do not make me sick discussing about the duties towards God. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demanded with the mania of owning things. Not one is dissatisfied, no animal is dissatisfied or demanded or mad with owning or possessing things. Whereas human beings are always eager to possess. They are always eager to possess or grab things towards him. Is not at all satisfied anymore anywhere. He is longing for possessions always, and he tried to get those things. So not one kneels to another, not to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. In animals, nobody is kneeling before another animal, or nobody is more superior than another. Everyone are equal, and nobody is kneeling before ancestors who had died years back. But man is always kneeling before ancestors who had died years and centuries before, and they are telling about the duties towards the ancestors also. But animals, they keep everyone equal. They are not bowing in front of anyone, or they are not kneeling in front of anyone, and no one is superior than the other. Everyone is equal among animal society, animals. Then not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. No any animal is unsatisfied or respected in respected, or not anyone is respectful or anyone is unhappy. So everyone is contented, everyone is satisfied among the animals, animals, everyone is satisfied with their condition. Then so they show their relations to me and I accept them. This reminds me about something. It reminds me about something. I was like that, or human beings were like that earlier. They lost their uh, um, characters, they lost their qualities. So this reminds me about the earlier human beings, and now they lost those qualities. So they bring me tokens of myself. They bring me tokens, or they bring me tokens or qualities. Tokens here means qualities. They reminds me about the qualities I had once, or I here represents the whole human, all the whole humanity. So tokens, qualities. These the characteristics of the animals reminds me about the qualities which we had once, or which humans had once. The quality of kindness, the quality of generosity, the quality of love. All these man had lost somewhere. Man had lost somewhere. Then they evince them plainly in their possession. Evince here means show. They show those qualities. Animals now show those qualities in their possessions. We have lost them somewhere. We don't know. The poet is telling, I wonder where that they get those tokens. I wonder where or when they got those tokens or qualities, where I have lost those, I had, or where humans had lost those qualities. Then, did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? Did I drop those qualities negligently? Means carelessly somewhere. Did I drop those qualities carelessly somewhere years ago? And animals acquired those qualities. Man lost those qualities of, or the qualities or the tokens of kindness, the tokens of innocence. the tokens of generosity, the tokens of love towards fellow beings. Man lost all those things. Men are selfish now. But animals, they are showing the human qualities nowadays. Animals, in their doings, in their inner self, human beings turned into animals and animals turned into human beings. So the poet likes to be an animal, likes to be an animal. He wanted to possess those lost qualities of human beings again. He wanted to be a human being again, but he cannot find it among human beings. So he could find it among animals. So he wanted to be an animal. That is the summary of the lesson of the poem Animals. So, as we already said, the poem is written in a rhyme scheme. We cannot see any rhyme without any rhyme scheme. That is, it is written in free verse. So we cannot see any rhyme scheme here. And some poetic devices are also used in this. We can see the use of assonance, means the repeated use of vowel sounds. And even in the first line itself, we can see the examples of assonance. I think I could turn and live with animals. So the sound I is repeated again and again. That is the use of assonance. And one more poetic device we can see is anaphora. Anaphora is the repetition of the same word at the beginning of adjacent lines. So we can see the repetition of the word I in the first and second lines, then the repetition of they do not in three lines, third, fourth and fifth lines. The same words are repeated. They do not, they do not. Then again, not one is repeated in the next two lines. So that these all are uses of anaphora. So all these are about the poetic devices used, and you can also, if you search for, you can also find many examples of alliteration also, even though the poem is not written in a rhyme scheme, but the poet has used many poetic devices. So read the poem many times and try to understand the meaning of the poem and also the structure of the poem very well. Thank you.